because it's a lot. And especially if you got multiple children, let me tell you, kudos. Take these flowers. I'm giving them to you. If you feel like you have been struggling emotionally, mentally, trying to balance being an individual, being a woman, and also being a mom, let me tell you, you are not alone. Because even the strongest of the strongest get weak sometimes. It can be a lot. Trying to make sure that you stay focused on you, do the things that you need to do, providing for your family, being there for your family, being there for your kids, actively being there, being intentional, making sure you know what's going on with your kids, making sure that you in tune enough with them to know when that something is off, even when they tell you that they cool, even when they tell you that they okay. It can be a lot, but I'm just encouraging mothers and being very transparent that even, the strong mom, sometimes you have your moments, and then also making sure that the kids know this don't got nothing to do with you. This literally has nothing to do with you. Y'all ever had a moment just like I had the other day when I told y'all that lady at the school blew up on me? And it was not about me being parked. It's something else was going on, but it blew up. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Real, raw, transparent. Y'all have a great day. Enjoy these November No Games November vlogs that I'm going to be doing. Most of them are probably going to be in the car because this is where I have quiet space. So, who said it's okay not to be okay? I ain't never heard nobody in my family tell me that. Nope. Not my mama, not my daddy, not my granny. Nobody ever told me that. So you so used to just operating in just what you see. My granny is strong. And I think that just like a lot of black women in general, but especially I'm just going to speak on black women because clearly I'm black, but like just that strong woman syndrome in the community sometimes is not healthy. Sometimes it's not healthy because you operate in being the strong woman, the strong person in moments where it should be okay for you to not be the strong friend. But when you always play that position and you've done it so well, it's like eventually like you hit a wall and you'll have burnout. And I feel like that's where I'm at this very moment. I don't know if it's the weather changing. I'm not 100% sure what it is, but I'm at a space where I'm able to identify how I feel. And sometimes I'm able to identify like environmental triggers, words, songs, whatever that is, that gets me to that point where I feel away. And sometimes I just need a moment. And I think that's the thing, going back to being a full-time parent, sometimes it's very difficult to have a moment. Like I have children with me 24/7 and it's not a problem, not complaining. But what I'm saying is I had those moments where I worked outside of the home and my kids were in public school. So I'm saying that even in that space, I had a moment. My kids are going to school, daycare, or whatever, and I'm at work. So even if it's my drive to work and I'm listening to my praise and worship and I have a breakdown, it's okay. By the time I make it to work, I'm going to be good. Or it's my lunch break and I decide to go outside and take a walk and I decide to have that, have that break, and then I'm going to be good. It's hard. It's difficult to have a vulnerable moment with yourself when you have to be strong for your kids at all times. When somebody say, hey, how you doing? And then the one time you decide to open up and tell somebody how you feel, they totally disregard your feelings. That really just ticks me off. Like, I really can't stand that. And I'm glad that I am strong enough to bypass those conversations or to ignore those people, to work myself through certain things. But everybody not that strong. It should nobody have to be that strong. I really just can't stand when tragic things happen and people say, let me know if you need something. What did you need when you was in that season? What did you need when you was in that space? What did you need when you lost a loved one? What did you need? Can you pick up on the clues? Because I could tell you one thing for sure. Ain't nobody picking up the phone to call nobody with what they need when you grieving. And then let's just say something, tragic happened. Somebody lost they dwelling place, whether it's because they lost their job, they was a part of a flood, they had a fire, somebody robbed them, anything, right? Let me know if you need something. You know what they need. They need money. They need a place to stay. Their kids probably need clothes. Everything got ruined in the fire. They need food. So it's like we got to learn how to kind of, if we're going to open up that space and say we're going to be there for somebody, to our capacity. I'm not saying that you got to read minds. I'm not saying that you got to do everything for everybody. But I'm saying those people in your close circle, when you ask them how they're doing and they genuinely tell you something and you able to meet that need, I'm just saying don't downplay their feelings. If your friend's saying she overwhelmed and she need a break, be that friend to go by there and, she got a newborn, sit there with the baby, take the baby for a couple hours so she could nap, so she could shower, so she could clean up, so she could woosah. Like, yeah, it's hard. And I understand that I do deal with seasonal depression. It's gotten a whole lot better since living in Texas. It's gotten a lot better. But there are certain things that trigger me, like Halloween and, dates where you lost loved ones or you lost friends or it's their birthday come around. Things like that can be triggering, but I don't stay there, but I acknowledge that those feelings that day, or maybe it's, it may linger for a day. It may linger for 2 or 3 days, but I'm aware of what it is. But I just know that I was having a conversation with somebody. You know what? I feel like I'm stuck as a mom. Let's just be real. I feel like I give my all to my kids because, again, this is what I signed up for, right? I give my all to my kids. I love my family. I love being a mom. But I'm looking at things from a bird's eye view. I'm looking at people in my life that I'm close to, that I have access to, who put their all into being a wife, put their all into being a mother. And for some of them, they have grown children. I'm talking about their children are now grandparents. And that's the only role that they know. They don't have friends to go have lunch with or have coffee with or go take walks with, because they put they all into being a parent. And I'm not saying don't put your all into being a parent. I'm saying give your kids everything that they need: protection, provision, nurturing, love, quality time. Give them all of that. But I'm saying at the same time to make sure that you make time for you. Make sure that you take time for you. And that's going to look different from person to person. But if it's as simple as that you enjoy going to take walks, make sure you figure out how to have that time. And if you want to do those things alone, if alone time is what you need, make sure that you are making time to do those things. And I think that I'm at a space where when I get off track, because my 75 hard, I got off track. And I got off track because I pre-made space for things into my schedule. But I let other things get me off track. And I understand that I desire to live off structure. I desire structure. I like to plan. And I like to focus and lock in on what I'm doing. And in those things, I integrate my life as being a mom as well. But sometimes it just gets difficult, just like I said, to just have a moment to yourself, with yourself. And you got to make that time. And so this is just really just a mom vent to all of the mommies. I'm just going to say, keep doing your best. And make sure that you are connecting with safe spaces, even if it's virtual, even if it's just online, a mommy group, whatever. I don't know. Stay-at-home mom support group. There's plenty of pages and groups out here on social media. But connect with those people. And to me, a lot of people just think like when I say connect with those people, that mean follow them or subscribe to them. And it's like, no, you kind of got to go a little deeper than that to me, because you still putting yourself on the outside. So I'm just being, really intentional in this season about what I need. And And every day that might look different, but that's why I like to plan so that I can create that space for me. Like today, my morning just did not go as I expected. I don't know why my baby was crying. And when I say the baby, I'm not even talking about the baby. My son was crying over water bottles, just like all these all these little things. I'm like, why are you crying? Why are we crying about the water bottle? Is this really about the water bottle? Like what's happening here? But again, when you got so many different personalities, so many different needs, and on so many different levels, I have a 1-year-old and a 13-year-old. So both of them require my attention, but at different times, shoot, the 13-year-old might need me more than the 1-year-old at a moment. So yeah, I'm just, life is lifing. And I also do know that there are different factors in my life that's pulling on me emotionally, and just trying to be there for everybody at the same time. And sometimes you got to just remember that you got to be there for you first. And it sounds harsh, it sounds selfish, but you have to take care of yourself before you can take care of somebody else. So whew. All right, y'all, I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Just listen, do your best and create a space for you. Create time for you and do it consistently. If you see that you have gone 7 days without doing something for yourself, I need you to pause and I need you to make it happen. Whatever that is for you. So if you work out on a regular and you ain't been to the gym in 5 days, start to check yourself. You like to call a certain person and talk to them on your ride to work and you haven't had that conversation, do that. Take that time. Call your best friend, check in on them, check in on your nieces and nephews. Make that space, because this fall and winter, it's just something when you live in certain climates, and even when you live in the sunshine states and stuff. The weather it be playing. Don't let it get you. I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. What's up, beautiful people, and welcome to my channel. I'm Shantae Derice, but my friends call me Tay. I'm the proud owner of the Shea Butter Cafe, where we believe that self-care and self-love should always come first. If you're ready to take charge of your life, reinvent yourself, and become the best version of you, mind, body, and spirit, then you made it to the right place. Whether it's glowing from within or embracing your soft girl era, let's grow together. And it starts right now.